What is going on, everybody? Late stream. Slasher Dude is back, baby. Let's go. Humble pie time. That's right. It's all right. It's my lucky hat. I don't give a fuck. Purdy, good job throwing 2 interceptions there, son. Appreciate it. Must be that hot blonde piece you're going to be marrying eventually. We'll see how that works out. But I got my order from Orbit in because there is a pre-order in here. And then, why not? I just came home from work and I was thinking about it. And I'm like, going, why not do a live haul stream here to add to the collection? Getting close to the end of this year, just with some stuff and what have you like that. And one of those that I ordered from Orbit was a pre-order. I think you all probably know what it is, and then some other goodies I added with that. But that's what I get for doing a pre-order in with stuff that they already had. But the people of Orbit are awesome. They're awesome people, and they get me the stuff in pretty damn good, great condition. So I'm not really tripping about that. I know it's very late for all the other people in East and the other side of this awesome country here and all this other stuff too. I got the Friday 13th shirt on, which is very interesting about this one director I'm going to be talking about with my top 5, secret top 5. I'm like going, why not? I'm like going, fuck it. I'll just put it in here. And that's right. There he is. There he is, right on damn time. And there it is. My man Brad, calm the hell down. Chrissy, the slasher dude, or as I would like to say it, calm the fuck down. I got the twisted T needle in the arm, just juicing that shit up. And we're getting ready to go here in a second. Thank you, Brad, for joining. I really appreciate my brother. Big supporter of his. He's been a big supporter of me. Check out 4K Tent Revival's channel. Great stuff. His WTF streams are great. I'm hoping, I'll be on one of those streams of one of the films that might be mentioned here in my top 5. You probably all know what it is, but, for what I showed on Instagram. So we'll see what's going on. Again, hoping everyone's having a good late evening. I am sorry. I know that it's late. And, I just came off of work and stuff like that too. So I'm going to be starting doing with my usual stuff. A Giallo Wednesday, new Giallo Wednesday will be coming. I'll probably start with the... I think it's the Forgotten Jolly Set 3 that versus Vinegar Syndrome released. I think I'll start with that one for the next Giallo Wednesday with the first film that's in that one and see how that works out and all that other good stuff. So, all right, get down to the brass tacks. This is the Orbit one. Just a heads up with that. I'm sure everyone saw the Instagram post that Umbrella did. I got the email from Umbrella. My hand won't be coming. Yeah, it's shaking. The hand won't be coming probably until November. That's basically the collector's edition of Talk to Me. I know it's been delayed. The second shipment has been delayed. I'm kind of not believing that. I'm thinking I'm under that category. And like you said before, Texas, might be a bomb. Who the hell knows? Thanks for joining, my brother. I really appreciate it. I dig the I can never get a beard as big as yours, my friend. So never get that awesome goat. They probably at work at the dictatorship. That is my job, of course. They probably say you probably have to cut that. So. All right, thank you, gents and possible ladies, for joining. I really appreciate it. Let's get down to it. Let's go. Let's open this bad boy up here real quick. I know what it is. You may all know what it is. Yeah, definitely a bomb. Probably. All right. By the way, watched Sick. I watched Anthony Horrors and More review of that. I really like Sick a lot. Is it better than Scream 6? Hell, yes it is. Or fuck yes it is. Basically, Sick is basically what Scream 5 should have been and what Scream 6 should have been. Probably I've only seen 2 really good pandemic films. The first one was Host. This would be the second one, which is Sick, which I was very, very, very cool. So I did not order those 4Ks of Hellraiser 1, 2, and 3, Brad, through Orbit. I ordered them through Arrow UK. Know how Arrow UK is. I should trust the process with that. So there it is. My receipt. Ugh, my goodness. I need help. All right. Saw some kind of bubble wrap right here. Oh, yeah. All right. Here we go. All right. And put that down there. And here it is. Here's the pre-order. That's Bug. Yeah, from Imprint. So, typical side loader case there. With is this Ashley Judd? Of course, William Friedkin, the late great William Friedkin, and stuff like that. I remember the trailer for this. I've never seen it, so I've heard it's quite. It's, like I said, I remember seeing the trailers when I was youngin', I guess, like that, when this film come out. Yeah, Imprint, Lionsgate, and Viavision. 2006, so early 2000. William Friedkin, horror, basically, of what this is. I don't know, but I'll definitely check this out. So definitely pretty good. Anthony, thanks for joining, my friend. Very good reviews of Sick and of Cobweb, by the way. Yeah, Cobweb might be my horror of the year. Why is that? Because they don't bullshit. They're not woke and they're not PC. They just get to the fucking point. The ending is kind of so-so, but I did not mind that. It got to the point, and yeah, I loved everybody. I loved all the actors. I like the parents, dude. I mean, that's great shit. So definitely horror of the year so far. So. Hi. Michael Shannon is great in Bug. Yeah, a.k.a. Zod. I love Michael Shannon a lot. Great actor. He was in an episode of Law & Order SVU. I'm a huge SVU fan, old school episode SVU fans, with Christopher Maloney mostly in those episodes and stuff like that. Quick off topic there. My friend, a good friend of mine, lets me use his Hulu account. Yeah, I shouldn't say that. I may get banned. But if any episode of SVU to check out. It's called Rage with Matthew Modine. Probably one of the best performances he's ever done. Plays a serial killer basically, or plays a killer. Very good. Check that out. It's called Rage. I think that's season 8. I think of SVU. Maybe not, but yeah, definitely check that out. No one's saying hi. Corey, thanks for joining, my friend. I appreciate it. Liked your haul video that you did of the films that you picked up. Very cool. Very good. And then I saw your Red 9 that scared you and stuff like that too. That'll eventually be coming. Eventually like that. I'll have to do that. I'll have to go through all my stuff. That may be coming on Wednesday or Thursday. Very cool. Thanks for joining, my friend. I really appreciate it. Check out Corey's channel. He just started putting videos up. Very cool dude and stuff like that. And yeah, people are reaching out to him in the community. And yeah, check him out. Check out all the people in here. Check out Anthony. Check out Brad. Check out all these guys. Check out Texas. He has a channel now too. Starting to do Texas. You can see on Gizmo streams that he does on his Rotten and stuff like that. Very cool. So, all right. And then this release right here. Yeah, this sexy cover. I Saw the Devil. I've never seen this. I remember it was on Netflix. I never got the chance to watch it when I had my Netflix subscription and stuff like that. I've heard this is really good as well. Let's see. Yeah. So I'll just take this off real quick. Sorry for the glare. Yeah, I Saw the Devil. And it's cool to always get an umbrella release with the slip, of course. So yeah, that's I Saw the Devil. Basically, like. Brad, I think you mentioned this is like a serial killer type of a thing, so I'm all for that, or like a maniac type of a thing. So, I'm all for that stuff. So, And the devil. Oh yeah, we're at the brass tacks here. Just a couple more. The trilogy is complete. That's Taxi Hunter. My boy Anthony Wong. Basically, I remember seeing, like I say, The Untold Story, which is the only Category 3 film I've seen. So it's going to take me a while to do my top Category 3 films there, Brad. I remember seeing the trailer for this on that docu-series, or that doc that they did on The Untold Story that Unearthed Films released. That's very good. That's worth it for that release. I think 88 Films is going to be releasing The Untold Story, if they haven't already. That doc, I don't know if is on there. That's definitely worth just getting just for that. And they talk about this film real quick with it's not her, but I know the synopsis of the story. Basically, his pregnant wife, I believe, gets caught in one of the taxi doors as it closes, and yeah, it's Category 3. Shit gets real. I know it's a little bit tame, but it's Anthony Wong. He's like one of the greatest actors I've ever seen. Calm dude when you talk to him, awesome dude, but then there's just that switch, right? And he just switches on to characters like this. But it's very cool to get this release, and it's very cool to have Taxi Hunter. So The Devil's a Winner, second best Korean movie ever, in my opinion. What's the number one Korean movie there, Brad? I think I might know, but I forget if you've mentioned that before. Yeah, Revenge Against a Serial Killer. Okay. That's a cooler edition of I Saw the Devil than I have. That's a brutal one. Yeah, they might still have it on Orbit there, Corey, if you've gone through Orbit and stuff like that. They're basically go-to for like new releases and pre-orders, probably, in my opinion. I'm going to probably start going for them for that stuff rather than going to some certain UK sites, you know what I mean, if they can play. So, but yeah, they've had really, I've gotten great stuff from them in the past, so it's very good. That one Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2 set that I have, that's both cuts of both those films. So, Brad and Anthony, I appreciate your appreciation for Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2. I do believe it gets shit on a bit much. They showed that when I had kind of actual cable-wise. They used to show that on AMC every Halloween and stuff like that. That scene with Daniel Harris is brutal. I love it a lot. It's cool to see those characters in there and stuff like that. But yeah, that's definitely great. Oh, okay, here we go. So this is what it was about when they finally got this back in. And this is the German release, Media Book 4K. I know it's a media book, but if you're a fan of it, which I am, I have the Scorpion release, which makes it very interesting. That there's been, I think, it'll be the second Scorpion release, I believe, that Severin has brought out. Dirk has this. That's Opera from Dario Argento. Yeah, this film is a masterpiece. I love it a lot. It's top 10 Giallo. Yes. Is it top 5? I'm not going to say that right now because I have a lot more Giallo to watch, and my top 5 Giallo of all time will be coming. But yeah, that's opera and stuff like that. And I watched Dirk open this guy up. It has like cards and all this other stuff in there. And yeah, it's in whatever like that. So we call it modern horror. It kind of is. Darren said it pretty eloquently that, yeah, this thing has about 3 different endings, this film does, or 2 at the most. That's when it gets batshit crazy, but I love it for what it is. Yeah, it's very good. It's very brutal. I love it a lot. And can understand it. I think it's in German and stuff like that too, but yeah, it's like great stuff. It's great to just add to the collection in general, just to have this film like this. It's all good. But yeah, that's a upper dog. Hey Gizmo, thanks for just stopping by. Yeah, I know you're a busy man. Thanks for just stopping by. Just sent him the link just to the YouTube stream I was doing and stuff like that. Yeah, but thanks for just stopping by. Yeah, just gotta keep on doing your work, my man. Gotta make that money, man. Okay, because she's cute. I liked it. I think it was in one of the streams you did with Pops there, Brad. That person that was in there. Yeah, Sasha, I think it was, that mentioned The Last Boy Scout. I think there was a Blu-ray finally coming of that. I did have a snap case of The Last Boy Scout. We need a proper release of that. I love that movie a lot. That's a very good Bruce Willis film. That has, oh God, that has an all-star cast in it. Yeah, but a very young Daniel Harris, I think before Halloween 4. So it's very good. You've talked about it before, so. It is, Anthony. Like I said, Orbit got it back in stock and it was $60. They also have, if you like it, I do. I like it. Dario Argento's Four Flies on Gray Velvet. There's a media book of that too that I think is a German release, kind of like this one, but I don't know. They might be sold out of that. I have no clue. Daniel Harris definitely don't hurt. Yeah, no, she's hot. I'll agree. Her podcast, I don't like it when people like that do podcasts and stuff like that. I don't know. It just kind of just puts me off on them. But yeah, Daniel Harris is Daniel Harris. I used to follow her on Instagram, and I'm just like, nah, it's just too much sponsoring there. That's the only reason to watch them, indeed. Just everyone saying hi. Okay, here we go. You may know, I mean, from my Instagram post, just a secret, just with what I showed, which is good. Like I said, here's the releases. One of them upside down, but yeah, just a quick, and like I said, I have one from TerraVision coming, and then one from Umbrella coming, and yeah, it's time to calm the fuck down, like Brad says. So here we go. Just a quick synopsis. Found this up on IMDb, like real quick. Thought maybe it'd take like an hour or something like that. No, just maybe 20 minutes. Just gonna state it. This director was born in June 17th, 1927. A little bit after Father's Day. So died March 13th. 13th of all days, which is pretty cryptic. In 1996, my goodness. There was a little bit of true crime mystery surrounding his death. I'll just say that for what I've learned and what I've heard on Dirk and Darren's show that they do, An Hour to Kill. But yeah, it was he was a master director in a lot of different genres in life, and yeah, he was a master of death. That's of course Lucio Fulci. And yeah, I'm going to do my top 5. And yeah, this top 5 might piss some people off. It might be different, like what the hell, why is this one 5 or why is this one 1? You maybe all guess what 1 is. Lucio Fulci rankings have always changed since I started watching him. The first one I ever watched, like I said, I got introduced to him in other channels, like In Praise for the Shadows. I would highly recommend checking that channel out. He did a few like little essays on Fulci's films, and it's just like, yeah, surprise, surprise, that's what it is. It's very hard to do a top 5 of Lucio Fulci. With his death, he was diabetic. My grandmother was diabetic, heavily diabetic. Yeah. Him and Dario Argento kind of squashed their beef a little bit before he died, but there is some questions about his death. A little bit. It is what it is with these Italian directors. I like him more than Argento. I think he's one of the greatest Italian directors of all time. He has a huge filmography. He's done Westerns. He's done giallos. He's done everything. I've not checked out his Westerns just yet. I know he has some comedies too. And there's some other stuff I have not checked out from him. I have not watched the psychic yet. There's a few slashers that he did towards the end of his life that I've not watched yet, or not. I've heard about them. Hopefully, they're on like a streaming service like Freevee or Tubi. It'd be cool to check them out. But we will see what's going on. Darren, my Giallo brother, what's going on? How are you? Thanks for joining. I know it's really late or early morning where you're at. I don't know. Thank you for joining, my friend. I really appreciate it. Okay, give me a second. Let's see here. Might be close. Here we go. Gizmo's still here if he has it streaming in the background and stuff on his phone and stuff like that while he's doing his trippy director stuff. I'll just go ahead and start with my number 5. And then I'll start with my honorable mention, which will be a lot. Like I say, these films aren't for everybody, and it's an interesting top 5. Like I said, some of the shit I just do like off the blue and stuff like that. So very good. Number 5 is the full Fulci list is Contraband 1980. I heard that's very good, Brad. Yeah, 1980. That's when he was kind of hitting his stride there. So very, very good. Yeah, so definitely, like I said, the stuff I've checked it out. But this is basically what I've owned and what I've seen for the most part. Let's just get on to it. I did not think I would like this film because I've heard a lot of shit about it. It is very interesting. The producers were pretty wealthy around this film, so they gave him the money for this. This shot very well to me. Like I said, it's not for everybody. You could probably see it on Cinemax. And this cover works better for that. Fuck it, let's just do it. That's The Devil's Honey. This is actually a lot better than I thought it would be. I get high anxiety. Yeah, this movie is a fucking trip. Yeah, directed by Lucio Fulci. Writers, Ludovicia, I probably said that wrong, Marino, Vincenzo Salvini, and James Jesus Balzar. Stars Brett Halsey. I think this is the first film he did with Fulci. I understand him and Fulci got along quite well. Corinne Cleary, Blanca Marcelash as Jessica, this lady right here, and Brett Halsey stars as Dr. Wendell. Yeah, this is softcore porn for the most part. The person who wrote, the lady who wrote 50 Shades of Grey had to have seen this film. Had to have seen this film. Had to have, because it's, you know, obviously it's the person, the man who plays the, he's basically like a saxophonist or a musician. I know he later died. He later on in real life passed away of something, I think, at like a young age, like 50 or something like that. It starts out like any, you can say softcore porn would start off with, but then it gets pretty dark, in my opinion. It's a pretty good kind of thriller for the most part. Basically, Halsey plays this doctor. He's a surgeon. You know, he's a surgeon, right? Pays all this good money. He's having an affair with his wife. He's just having affairs with these women. There's an interesting scene. You kind of figure out what his vices are and stuff like that too. His wife finds out about it. All the shit happens. He happens to get drunk one night, too much of the sauce, like I usually do. And basically her boyfriend, lover, whatever you can say. I don't even know if that's his house that she stays in. I don't even know if that's his actual house. That's the funny part. He, you know, a lot of this stuff's going on. He just basically is going around on his motorcycle telling her that he loves her and all this other stuff. Then he trips, falls on a rock. He happens to be drunk or something, or just has other shit on his mind because he's trying to get back together with his wife. Figures out, you know, that he's a dirty dog son of a bitch. And it's just like he gets knocked off the bike, lands on a rock. And I'm thinking, okay, what the fuck's going on here? She just carries him in and stuff like that. Then all of a sudden he's just doing his saxophoning, she happens to mention, which is very interesting, that she's pregnant. You know, and then the shitty friend producer, I guess, whatever the hell you can call him, that's another motherfucker where he gets kind of really deep in that. You know what I mean? You find out more about the shit later. I'm not going to spoil the whole thing. I'm almost done with this. You know, basically says, oh, you should have an abortion, right? With a fucking smile on his goddamn face. That's where he gets all sweaty. He passes out. It's really bad. Doctor operates on his like brains and stuff on his brain. He ends up dying under the knife, basically. She gets revenge. Basically, that's it. It involves a German Shepherd, who, and there's an interesting scene where it kind of switches where she's burying that German Shepherd, which was obviously his. I would recommend this. Like I said, it's not for everybody. It's basically softcore porn and like most of the stuff. Lady here, she's basically naked mostly throughout the film, but it gets really, really down, dirty, sadistic here. But I would recommend The Devil's Honey a lot. Like I said, it's not for everybody. It's definitely for adults, but yeah, definitely check this out. Fulci is in here. He did this after he did some films. Like, he took a year off because he got really sick. And of course, he makes an appearance in this film like he does everything. And yeah, he looked different. He looked a lot different. So it's very, very, very good. So yeah, I like it a lot. So that's my number 5. That's The Devil's Honey. So, hey, Darren, you had 1, Don't Torture a Duckling. 2, House by the Cemetery. 3, Zombie. 4, The Beyond. 5, New York Ripper. Honorable mentions, The Black Cat and Psychic, and Murder Rock. Murder Rock I've heard about. I need to check that out. The Black Cat is a fucking banger. I love The Black Cat. Nope, I'm not going to do that. Benicio, the motherfucking horror cholo. What's up, my horror brother? Thank you for joining. I really appreciate that. Yeah, Devil's Honey is a good one. Thank you. I appreciate that. Like I said, it's not for everybody, so it makes me wonder what people kind of thought about that. But yeah, I love The Devil's Honey a lot. It's really good. It's underrated, in my opinion. Forgot Lizard in a Woman's Skin is another. Yeah, that's one of his first, I think, giallo type of a thing and stuff like that. I think Mondo Macabro released that too. I'm not so sure, but yeah, I definitely have to check that out. I like a 4K of that too, or a Blu-ray combo, considering my 4K player's acting like a bitch. So, number 1 always going to be The Beyond. Absolutely great stuff. Like I said, just the master. To me, just the more, like I said, you have Argento, and I love Argento, but I like Fulci a bit better because it's different, right? They're different directors. They're different types. They can still send you dread. I mean, you know what I mean? And for Argento, I love Suspiria. I think that's the greatest Italian horror movie ever made. Just the opening to that, it's really good. Of course, the score by Goblin, it really gets to you. It grabs you and stuff like that. But yeah, it's The Devil's Honey. Sorry, it's just stuff I want to make sure I get most of the stuff right with these films I'm going to show here. So I have my giallo, my giallo colored notebook here. Man, I wrote it down. That's not good if I did not write it down. Let's see. I'll just get to it. Sorry for the delay there, guys. So, we will go with number 4, and Darren mentioned it. I'm kind of shocked I put it as number 4. I really like this. That's The Black Cat. I really like this. This is the only version of this story from Edgar Allan Poe I've seen film-wise. I still need to read that, the story that he did and stuff like that. I really like The Black Cat a lot. This is really good. It's typical Fulci. You can tell he directed this. There's a certain scene with a woman, this house burning down. She's all running around on fire and stuff like that. With the animatronics, you can basically say with the moving mannequin on fire. You all know what I'm talking about. This is very good. Let's see. David Warbeck. I think this is the first one that he did with Fulci. Of course, he was in The Beyond, of course, like that as a detective. And then, let's see. Patrick McGee. Yeah, and he's from A Clockwork Orange. And Mimsy Farmer, of course, everyone's favorite or not so favorite Scream Queen, I guess. Probably one of the better roles Mimsy has done. But Patrick McGee, my goodness, he is very good in here. He definitely plays the villain of this very good. There's a scene between him and Mimsy Farmer that's straight Edgar Allan Poe-esque, you can say, where, you know, he looks at her, he hypnotizes her for a second. This cat, like, scratches him. He looks at the cat. It's classic Edgar Allan Poe, I guess, in the story where he goes, no, I think he wants to kill me. And he just has that kind of sadistic kind of smile on his face. It's Animal, kind of a slasher type of a thing. There's a good commentary on this Arrow release by Stephen Thrower, of course. And he says, yeah, more animal violence. Yes, please. You know, animal. There's a scene with a couple in this boathouse type place or a boat dock, you know, making love and all this other stuff too. The trailer shows a little bit more of a gruesome scene, I believe, of those two after the police find them and they figure out what's going on. They're saying it's the cat that's doing this shit, or that's what McGee's character is saying. It's very good. It gets batshit crazy and stuff like that. I really like this movie. I can watch this over and over again. I really like the Black Cat. But yeah, that's the Black Cat. I mean, it's a good take on Edgar Allan Poe. It's great Fulci for what it is and stuff like that too. So yeah, David Warbeck, Mimsy Farmer, probably one of the better roles that she played. Of course, they add a crypt in here. Of course, you got to add a crypt in there when you have to go in there and do this gothic stuff that Mimsy Farmer does. But yeah, that's the Black Cat. Hey, Trini, thanks for joining, my friend. I really appreciate it. A good amount of people here at the start. I really appreciate it. I know it's late. I do apologize. So, like I say, I'm wearing the humble pie hat here. You know, all this other bullshit. So, you know. Mr. Oates, now we can officially begin. Cheers, my friend. Thanks for joining. I really appreciate it. But yeah, what's all your thoughts on the Black Cat? I really like it. I have not seen Two Evil Eyes. I know that's like a two-film thing that Argento and Romero did. I think Argento was the one did his version of the Black Cat. I think Harvey Keitel's in that one, so I'm not sure though. I know Mr. Tabata has another version of Black Cat too, which I heard is pretty good. So I also recommend Touch of Death, a fun little twist in the cat in the brain from Touch of Death that you will notice right away. Very cool, Gizmo. Yeah, I'll check that out. There's, like I say, Fulci's filmography goes like a vast long way. I think in that one Western set that Arrow released is, I think Darren mentioned it's like 3 for the Apocalypse or something like that. I know that's a film, Western film that Fulci directed, so I'll have to check that out. So. Almost there, people. So not too bad. 32 minutes or something in there. Thank you all again for joining. Let's see. Like I said, there'll be some honorable mentions here, of course, after my top 5. And like I say, it's kind of shocking some films aren't in here. I mean, I'm just like kind of surprised when I really think about it, what I like. Here we go. Okay, I'm at it. Everyone's saying hi to everybody. Thanks all again for joining. Put myself full screen here. yeah, Brad, whenever you do a WTF of this slasher, which I believe it is, if I am available that day, let me know. I'll come straight in. It's House by the Cemetery. This is my number 3. Yeah, this is the lenticular one. What can I say about this film that has not been said? Lucio Fulci's, it's one of his masterpieces of film. A lot of people love this film a lot. I love it too, but damn, it is a what the fuck type of a film. Dude, it's like crazy. I mean, to leaving a kid in the car, I'll just leave the kid in the car while we go across the street. Stay in the car, like I'm sure that Bob will fucking do. Stay in the car. We're going to go across the street into this realtor so we can just settle everything with this house. So, yeah. So, yeah, House by the Cemetery. Came out in Italy, I think, in 1981, 1984 in the U.S. Directed by Lucio Fulci. Writers, Alyssa Bercanti, Giordano Sacchetti, and Giorgio Mariuzzo. Very good soundtrack to this. Very good score to this. I like it a lot. Stars Katrina McCall. Yeah, Scream Queen. She was in the Gates of Hell trilogy that Fulci did. She was in all of them. She's good in here. She's kind of catatonic in here. Obviously, she has mental issues. The husband, who's like a teacher or something like that, Dr. Norman Boyle, Paulo Malco, Giovanni Di Nava as Dr. Fraudstein. This dude right here, I almost consider him maybe a Nazi doctor, does these experiments in this house. Basically, this film starts out as a slasher. Very good opening scene. My God, it's so good. Typical, these two are making love in here. Beautiful lady, whatever looking dude. You know, then shit hits the fan. This one up here with Miss McCall here going through this crack. She's cleaning the place. I mean, some stuff is so flippin' ambiguous. It's insane. Opens up this rug. Oh, look, it's a tomb. Right? Let's find out what's going on, right? They don't do that, right? But of course, there's this underground basement. Of course, you don't go in the basement. No one goes in the basement. There's this girl that it's filmed in Massachusetts, by the way. So, but his last name is Frieza, I think, or Freza, who plays Bob this child. Bad English dubbing for him. Great actor, but yeah, the dubbing is pretty bad. He doesn't sound like a boy. He sounds like something else. This girl's like telling him like it's like a haunted house type of a thing. It's a slasher. It's very. I'm not going to go too deep into this. It's very hard. Like I said, it makes your brain turn into mush for the most part. There's a scene with a bat that attacks the good doctor here. That lasts way too long. They get this house sitting maid, and then the two just stare at each other for fucking ever, where it's like going, what's going on? You know what I mean? It's so good, but it's like, what's going on? It's like, do you trust her? Or what's the deal here? And it's like you're going back and forth, back and forth. Like I say, there's a bat attack. Fulci likes using bats. He does. Likes using dogs too, like all Italian directors do, it seems. But a very good scene. Very good kills in here. It's a very good film. I like it a lot. I forgot what I gave it. Probably like an 8 out of 10. Maybe not. But yeah, it's up there. Fulci. It's classic Fulci. Everyone loves that. That's House by the Cemetery. Blue Underground release. Lenticular cover with this Blu-ray and stuff like that. I'm glad I got this when I was able to and stuff like that. So yeah, very good. Yeah, that's House by the Cemetery. So yeah, very good stuff. The same library in House by the Cemetery was used in the Beyond by the Way. It's just different shots of it, I noticed. Of course, Lucio Fulci makes an appearance as Professor Mueller. Yeah, very, very cool. Hey, Cal, thanks for joining my friend. Damn, I really appreciate the love, everybody. Thank you very much. I love it. Wow. Wild Wrangler, the man. Thank you very much. I still need to watch The Sleeper. Okay, I'm going to watch that later on after this stream there, Wild, and then we'll be good to go, my friend. I have to kind of catch up a little bit. So next day off, I'm going to have to do probably some double features. So 3 Zombie, 2 Don't Torture Duckling, 1 The New York Ripper. Damn, Brad, that is very, very good. Awesome list. That's a banger of a list. Everyone's saying hi. Culture montage. Very, very, very cool. Trini, the king of the community. Very cool. It's always cool seeing you in here. Trini, and thank you for joining there, Cal, too. It's very cool being with Trini and Chase's stream where he came back that one time and stuff like that, and we're on for quite a while and stuff like that. So it's always cool being in there with Cal and the rest of everybody. So I really appreciate it. Yeah, great with these people. Very good. All right. And the last 2 here. I probably wrote these on stupid little pieces of paper in my little thing, so I'll probably have to read off the back like just the discs. My name is Brian. I actually like him, by the way, but yeah, he reads stuff from the back of the disc, so I'm gonna have to do that. Well, my name is Chris C. the Slasher Dude, and my number 2 is Don't Torture a Duckling. This is top 5 giallo of all time to me so far. I love Don't Torture a Duckling. My God. Brad and chat, you're going to have to help me out with who stars in this. Basically, it starts out, basically somebody's going around killing these children in this rural community in Italy. It's shot very well. The police accuse this gypsy type woman, voodoo woman, of doing this stuff. She's very pretty. They beat the living hell out of her. Thinking it's her, it's not. Damn. One of these days I'll have to really get into this film. It's very good. It's very disturbing. I'm Catholic. But there's a scene, of course, in the church. They're all praying. They're doing their annual prayer before before the day starts and all this other stuff. Kids smoking cigarettes. Come on, shit. Prostitutes, all this stuff. And they're being killed. There's this rich lady whose father is rich in there. There's a scene where boy comes in there and I gotta forget her name. Really beautiful redhead. They substituted the boy with a little person because, it's a child. There's a scene where he kind of freezes up and says, why don't you go, your mommy's calling you. Better go back. There's another scene where a car breaks down. A boy comes up to help her. And she asks, do you want money or do you want a kiss? This is very good. Oh, this is very good. It's Barbara Boucher, thank you. And Thomas Million, very good. Barbara Boucher is awesome in this. But yeah, that lady, there's a scene where this priest and this reporter are talking, and she notices them. It's shot so well, and you can just tell. And she smiles, and she struts up to him like, oh my God. It's like, it's very good. It's very, very good. I really love Don't Torture a Duckling. It's top tier giallo for me. Yeah, it's very good. Not a lot of people think it's like as high up as I think it is and stuff like that. Like I said, I've just really dipped my toes into giallo and stuff like that. But this is definitely top 5. It has to be top 5. Great special features on this. Stephen Thrower has one on here. No, he don't. Somebody does. Troy Hallworth does, who has a book that I have. He did like 3 giallo books and stuff like that. Troy Hallworth does. But yeah, very good. It deals with pedophilia. It really does. The ending scene is kind of funny with the death scene with this person. If you haven't watched it, falling down the cliff, you see some sparks from this mannequin. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's typical Fulci. It's very good. It's brutal. I love it a lot. But yeah, this is like, I think Letterboxd, I gave it 4 out of 5. I may have given it a 4.5 out of 5. It's not perfect. It's close to that to me. But yeah, that's Don't Torture a Duckling. This and Opera are very close together. But yeah, that's Don't Torture a Duckling. Love Women and Redhead. There we go. And yeah, we can take a shot game with whiskey if you wanted to. Well, Wrangler, calm the hell down. That's right. Yeah, Brad, New York Ripper, #1, nice. Most people inhabit at that. I love New York Ripper too. It's just, I don't know. It's like, it's so good. It really is. It's really good. And I've said that's Fulci's take. That's his response to Deep Red, in my opinion, even though it was made a few years later. That's his response. That's Fulci, to me, that's Fulci's response to Deep Red. It's based loosely on the Times Square Killer. Benicio might know about that because he likes the same true crime shit that I do. So it's very similar to that, and it's done around that time. But yeah, I love New York Ripper a lot. Here's a good one. Yeah, Senior Vice is the locked room and only have the key from Sergio Martino. That's an Italian redhead broad you approve of. Great movie, too. I got that in the Arrow sale, for the Shocktober sale. Ordered 2 of those, and then, of course, I ordered the Empire of Screams, which they got back in stock. $40, by the way. If you can still get that pre-order again, $40 for that set. I know it's a different type of set. I don't care. I'm getting that for Robot Jox. That's the only film I know about. I remember watching Robot Jox when I was a teenager. Yeah. Love that movie. The only thing I don't like is the ending for that. So, Redheads, I'm interested. Absolutely. All right. Yeah, New York Ripper has such a good story and makes legitimate sense, unlike most Fulci films. Brad, Darren had an idea for another versus stream of New York Ripper versus Pieces. A lot of people went for New York Ripper. I'm like, I may have to go with Pieces just to even that shit out. I love Pieces a lot too. It's Pieces is a lot more visceral than New York Ripper, if you kind of know what I'm talking about. So yeah. Just watched Tomei Unlimited 2001 today. Is that the same Tomei Junji Ito did in his graphic novel named Tomei? Japanese graphic novel, by the way, which is manga, right? But it's a horror graphic novel. Tomei is Junji Ito's version of a femme fatale. Average looking woman. She can just tell a boy, just do this, and the boy will do it, or the young man will do it. Just do it. There's no reason for it. They get attracted to her for some reason. That's what I always liked about Junji Ito. And I haven't finished Uzumaki just yet, but man, there's good. It's a horror anthology, basically, that takes place around this town where the spiral phenomenon is happening. I really like it. There's one story when I basically finish that and I do my manga Mondays, you call it. I'm going to mention some certain stories in there worth checking out, but yeah, it's definitely statistic. How did you like it, Wild? Yeah, live action. Tell me, because they did a live action version of Uzumaki, which I heard was not good. And Adult Swim has been planning to do that forever. It is Cartoon Network. Adult Swim is basically defunct, gone to the shit can. But if anything to check out, like with that. If you want to check out like anime kind of like that, if it's horror, definitely check out Junji Ito's stuff. He's really good. He has another one which is kind of Lovecraftian type of a story, but check out Uzumaki. It's very good. It's haunting. It still has the anime tropes and all this shit in there sometimes, but then it gets like damn disturbing. There's one in Uzumaki. It's a lighthouse that burns from the inside. That's all I'm going to say about that. So yeah, very good. Yeah, it stars a dude plays the dean of the college, I believe. A lot of familiar faces, but that's the first time I saw him in that role. It's very good. You probably know who I'm talking about, too, Trini. It's very good. I like it. Like a Bruce Lee wannabe type of a scene there. You know, that's a disclaimer to horny men who need to keep their dick in their pants. So. All right, let's get to it, and then I'll get to the honorable mentions, and we'll get the fuck out of here. All right. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Lauren McCall. The dude I mentioned. Yeah. Miss McCall and David Warbeck. Genre superstar David Warbeck. Yeah, let's just get to the brass tacks here. That's the Beyond. This is the first Fulci film I ever seen. Great release by Grindhouse. I think there's a 4K coming in this. They keep on teasing that shit. Yeah, and I know they released that. You know, I follow Grindhouse on Instagram. I know they've done some showings in this in the theater. It'd be very interesting to watch this in the theater. I'm a huge Lovecraft fan. This is Lovecraft. This is the Necronomicon, or whatever the hell they call it. Necronomicon. There we go. They just call it something else. The Book of Ammon, I believe. I heard about this film from a channel in Praise for the Shadows. He mentions this, saying it's loosely based on it's a haunted house in New Orleans that was used as a place for the slave trade back in the day. It's supposed to be haunted. So it's loosely based on that. You see these because, you know, it basically starts out. This movie's practically a masterpiece to me. I see no issues with it, except for when Brad did his WTF stream on this. Like I said, you mentioned that too. It's like in New Orleans, you can't. Great scenes from there too. This place, like right next to this like swamp type lake, it's beautiful, but very gothic. Yeah, there's a basement that happens to be flooded. Give me a break. Really flooded, like a fucking lake flooded. You know, there's a scene where they get this plumber in here and stuff like that. Then he has a conversation with the other woman. They give each other this evil look or something like that, like, hello, so-and-so, hello, and blah, blah, blah. The first kind of eye death scene I seen was this right here, next to one of my honorable mentions that I mentioned. Yeah, Katrina McCall, great stuff, great ending. A movie very similar to this that I like is The Void. Very underrated. I really like The Void. The Void, shameless plug for that film, stars a dude that was in The Conspiracy. Brad, you know who I'm talking about. I forget his name. Yeah, but if you want to watch something similar to this, that'd be The Void, in my opinion. God, what else can I say? Film New Orleans for the most part. This has great special features on here. There's, like I say, it's a WDF type of a film. Of course, Fulci's in here as like a librarian type of a thing. The dude with the pipe in his hand. Basically, you know, like I say, it's the classic scene. Goes up there in the ladder, happens to fall. You have the spiders and all this stuff. Typical Fulci practical effects. The ending is very good. I think Benicio Stiller, I don't know if Phantasm was done before this. I think it was, because Phantasm was like late 70s, of course. But yeah, this is my all-time favorite Fulci film for now. It can switch. It can definitely switch. But it's the middle, I think, of the Gates of Hell trilogy and stuff like that. They all do connect. I call it the quadrilogy. One I'm going to mention, of course, I think it was the start of it. But it's very good. I know Fulci didn't want to put the zombie aspect in there. There's a redheaded girl in here that plays a really good part and stuff like that. There's a scene, of course, in this morgue or mortuary type of a place, you know, where this acid type stuff drops. It's a creeping death type of a scene. It's a slow zombie-esque, the dead rise and all this other stuff too, because it's like a portal opened. Basically, that's what it is. A portal opened, you know, from this house. It's been used before, but I think this is one of the first films to kind of do it. And Fulci just knocks it out of the park. But yeah, this is Of course, the scene with the blind woman and the dog, the German Shepherd. Here we go. There's the scene with Fulci on the freeway and stuff like that. It's kind of trippy. But yeah, that's Brad and the rest of them have. Darren has explained it better. Dirk has explained it better. Of course, Brad has explained it better. That's Beyond. That's my number one. So, hey, Dirk, thanks for joining real quick. I really appreciate it. Whoa, thanks for stopping by. Second. What a rush. All right, yeah. Got to go to the Beyond now. Take care of. So my first crush was this redhead. Her name was Lindsay in school. Lindsay. Oh, very cool, Wrangler. I have a few of his book. I'm a big Lovecraft fan. Yeah, you know, you can think whatever you want about the man, but with a man with a twisted, fucked up mind like he had, yeah, he came out with some of the best, terror like ever, in my opinion. Him, Robert E. Howard had some good stuff too. They were friends. So yeah, really good stuff. Clark Ashton Smith, classic stuff. So. Yes, it did. I think Fulci got that idea from watching Suspiria, in my opinion, because that scene and that film caught me off guard. I did not see that coming. Yeah, big fan of H.P. Lovecraft. Me too. Yeah, Wookie. If any Fulci film to get into, horror-wise, that's definitely one to go to automatically, in my opinion. I can watch that. That was my second time watching that when I did my review on that. So definitely good. Yeah. Like I said, just some films I don't have from him. The last one that I have physically from him is The Psychic. So, need to check that out. Training, you see nightmares similar to pieces someone did for 4K recently. I remember getting that one. I just watched that, and I was on that stream with Dirk and Darren talking about that, and it's very good. I like it. After watching that, and I said that too in that stream, I may have to change up my list of my top slashers. So. One of these days, like I say, it'll be a revised list of top 10 slashers. So it'll be definitely top 10. So I'd recommend that. And all right. But yeah, that's my top 5. I know it's different and stuff like that too, but that can change all the time because I like everything Fulci has done. With Argento, I know it can be a hit. It can be a home run. Then it can be a real damn miss. Because I have The Card Player. I've not watched that yet. I heard a lot of people don't like that. Then you have stuff like, which I got from the last Kino sale. Max von Sydow was in that one, which I heard is really good. You have Phantom of the Opera, which I heard is really, really not good. And then you have kind of bangers that he did with one of the last really good ones that I liked. Last one he kind of did with, of course, Help, of course, like that. And that's Dark Glasses. I really like Dark Glasses. Gets right to the point, so really good. So really good stuff. All right. Very good. Just almost an hour in. All right, let's just get into some honorable mentions. This is the earliest one I had from Fulci, and Mondo Macabre released that. That's Perversion Story. I really like Perversion Story. Melissa Mel, I think her name is. Yeah, Marissa Mel. My goodness. This is an erotic giallo, in my opinion. Takes place, filmed in San Francisco, done in 1969. It's basically this man's wife dies. He's having an affair. She seems to be very sick, but he has an affair with this other woman who's a photographer. And his wife, who looks awfully like her, she dies. And then there's some twists and turns towards the end of this. It's filmed in San Francisco. Shots in actual prison and an actual gas chamber. It's very good. This is the first one I saw an interview with Stephen Thrower. He's in this one and he talks about Fulci. It's basically a filmography. He's talking about the book he did, of course, but a filmography a little bit, with this film and then other ones he did. I'd recommend this. It's done in 1969, but it's different than anything I've ever seen. There is nudity in this. It is San Francisco. There's, some trippy kind of stuff in here. This is also called One on Top of the Other. I would recommend this. This is a good giallo, erotic giallo to me. Good murder mystery type of a thing. It gets pretty dark. But yeah, I'd recommend this. It's Perversion Story. Check out House of Sweet Horror and House of Clocks. It's 2 TV films from the late 80s. Not great, but interesting to see. Very cool, Darren. Check that out. Yeah, like I say, Dario Argento did The Card Player. I think that's a TV film and stuff like that. But yeah, collecting him, but I'd like to collect mostly all of Fulci, what I can and stuff like that, because I've liked everything he's done. So very cool. And yeah, it's mentioned. Here's Brad's number one. Yeah, New York Ripper. This is the only 4K I have from Blue Underground in general. I like this movie a lot. Like I said, it almost was there in the top five. Like I say, stuff can change, but I really do like it. It's definitely a slasher. It's great kills in here, great stuff in here. It pulls no punches, in my opinion. The dude with the quack, quack, quacking sound and stuff like that, too. It's a cat and mouse type of a thing. It shows New York during that time, during the 70s, you can say, where there were these sex shops, these sex shows and stuff like that. Goes knee deep into that shit. There's, of course, a scene in this diner. This woman just goes there out of the blue. It's like, man, this kind of stuff just sticks with you a bit. But yeah, that's New York Ripper. I'd highly recommend it. It's very good. The ending I liked a lot. Very good. It starts out good and it ends good. But yeah, this film is practically a masterpiece. That's New York Ripper. It's a slasher, of course, for slasher dudes. So why not? Of course, you can't talk about this without talking about this. That's Zombie. Better than Dawn of the Dead by a bazillion miles. Stephen Thrower has, this is more of the documentary on Fulci that Stephen Thrower is on this version right here. Gives a good kind of take on that. Like I say, Dario, Dawn of the Dead came out. Argento and Romero are good friends. Argento, of course, was very good with him and Goblin. Group Goblin were very close. And it's like, excuse me, it's very good. This is one of my, I love the remake of Dawn of the Dead, but this is right up there. So these two are kind of neck and neck as my favorite zombie movies of all time. I know CHH loves this movie a lot, loves this film a lot. I love it too. It is a zombie film, but it's more of like an undead type of a film because there's no infection here. The dead just rise from the graves. They go into this like Aztecian type graveyard scene, and it's so good. The music is so good. They're burying bodies in dirt. They're burning them. They're doing all this stuff. It's done really well. I like it a lot. What else can be said that's been said about this awesome film? Very good transfer for 4K. This plays fine in my 4K player, but it's a great transfer. I love Zombie a lot. Damn, I really do. I love it a lot. You can watch this again during this time, but yeah, it's one of the greatest zombie films ever made. Yeah, basically, yeah, what you said that wild. Yeah, it's voodoo, basically voodoo type stuff. They don't mention, and like I said, I think this is the first in the Gates of Hell trilogy, so I like it a lot. He was a director for Hire on Zombie, which blows my mind, right? Isn't that nuts? It's like just going into his filmography, it's great. I know with Zombie 3, he was really sick and he didn't finish it off, so it's one of those things. It's a sad kind of end to kind of, but I believe this is the first in the Gates of Hell quadrilogy. Then you have the others after that. So yeah, that's Zombie. Like I say, these honorable mentions aren't in any order. I'll mention real quick City of the Living Dead. I really do like City of the Living Dead a lot. That's very Lovecraftian too, so that's what I love about that. I'm sorry, because I have a Blu-ray somewhere over here. So, but yeah, definitely City of the Living Dead. I think, what is it, Cauldron released a 4K of that and stuff like that. You know, if it goes down in cheap, I'll get that. Name Ripper is great. The eye gag scene, zombies, badass. Right? Yeah. Just the scene where it's his, spoiler, it's his girlfriend, one of the dude's girlfriends and stuff like that. You know, I get it. Yeah. So it gets pretty deep. Of course, the ending on the boat, you know, so. Like I said, mine doesn't have it, so you're good with that. You're good with that, Drew. Quack like a duck and walk like a duck. It's a serial killer, right? So. But yeah, definitely a City of the Living Dead. That's a great film too, and stuff like that. The music is great with that too. Lauren McCall, of course, is in that, so great stuff there. This is the last one I watched from Fulci. I really like it. People shit on this. I love it. That's Cat in the Brain. So yeah, Lucio Fulci plays director Lucio Fulci, aka Dr. Lucio Fulci. He likes to just put that in there because I know he practiced medicine or something like that. You may have to correct me on that, Darren. But yeah, this is very good. So basically, he's a director. So he starts tripping out with a lot of the scenes that he does in his directed movies. It's really cool, funny, interesting. There's an orgy scene in here where he's kind of directing the whole thing. There's a scene where he's showing like this actor and this actress. Okay, you're going to go up to her, you're going to seduce her, you're going to do this and stuff like that. But then he starts having these dreams, or so you think, of stuff. He goes to a psychiatrist who's having a very bad marriage, whose bitch wife is cheating on him, and he basically hypnotizes Fulci to be, which is very obvious and out there. Of course, he's hypnotized, so Fulci doesn't know that, yeah, my wife's a bitch, so guess what? I'm going to take it out on these fucking people, and you're going to be my tool for that. It's a good slasher. I really like it a lot. There's a scene where he goes into this one actor's house. It's very good. I like it a lot. It's the first time I've seen a scene where this it's like a cedar chest slams on this chick's head, and we've seen this before in his films and stuff like that, where it's a slow, like, you know, there's a hot water death similar from Halloween 2. It's really good in here. The ending is hilariously funny. It's typical Fulci. I think he had a blast with this film. I really do. This is a great release by Grindhouse. That's The Cat in the Brain. I would suggest checking this out. I really, really like it. Turn your brain off when watching it. It's a really good film. I love The Cat in the Brain. I've never been able to get through Cat in the Brain. I need to sit down and give it 100% attention, I think. I mean, I was surprised, Darren. Like I said, I got off of work. Sometimes I work nights, and I'm like going, I'll put this in for Fulci Friday, and I watch it, and I like it a lot. I thought it was really good. It showed Fulci was a good actor. It shows him like certain scenes in his house, I think, are kind of funny. But yeah, it's really good. Like, it's just the stuff that's going on. There's a scene in like this boat marina and shit like that. I forget the name of the. No, it is called Perversion. He has a boat, I think, because you mentioned he bought these sailboats that says Perversion on it. I kind of like that, specifically the ending. It's kind of a funny ending for that. So, you know, it's very very good. So, all right, and of course, Manhattan Baby. This is good. It's tame, but it probably has one of the best scores I've ever heard in a Fulci film. The music steals the show in this a lot. It's almost like John Carpenter, Deborah Hill. You know, when they did their collaboration, you know it's a John Carpenter film when you hear music. This is a good Fulci. Almost like his take on Poltergeist a little bit. This this awesome picture right here. This would be cool as a poster. It doesn't kind of symbolize what's in here. Let's see. Christopher Conley's in this one. Laura Lindsay's in this one. Giovanni Freza is in this. Yeah, House by the... Yeah, Giovanni Freza is in this. So basically this girl, they're in Egypt, in this tomb type of place. The mom leaves her daughter alone for... Yeah, I'm like, okay, leave her alone in this place. This Egyptian woman, I believe, with white eyes, typical Fulci white eyes, gives her this amulet, which is called the Eye of Evil, I believe. Right? Just give it to her. Why not? And she takes it back to Manhattan with her. I see it's kind of poltergeist type of a stuff. There's this scene with this dude who kind of acts like a comedy type magician and stuff like that. He goes into this room, you hear him scream, and he disappears. This deals a little bit with astral projection. Yeah, there's a scene where this freaky dude who's been in other films, I forget his name, who works in like this taxidermy shop. I mean, it's like, okay. But there's some interesting kills in here, which I like the film for what it is. It's kind of slow, in my opinion. It's so Fulci for me, but I like it for what it is. Well, why not and stuff like that. But this is one of the last films he had with the cast of characters, with his producer of Fabrizio De Angelis, I believe. And the music is by Fabio Frizzi. Very good score by him. Very good music dude for this. I checked this out if you can find it on a streaming service and stuff like that, or you can find this Blue Underground. It's probably pretty cheap right now. But yeah, that's Manhattan Baby. I liked it a lot. And yeah, this is it. Last but not least, a film that these directors, you gotta love it, that Fulci wanted nothing to do with. That's Demonia. Yeah, nunsploitation. I like it. Mr. Brett Halsey is in this one as well. Christina Egelhart. It's really good. There's a scene. These nuns, these satanic nuns, are burned out on these crosses in this tomb, in this place that they're. I think it's in Greece, I believe, and Halsey leads this archaeology expedition over there. You know, these guys are trying to have fun. He's being the dick about it. And this woman that's in there that's with them starts having these dreams of this stuff kind of happening and stuff like that, basically, of this chick right here. They just call it Demonia, but it's the ghosts of these nuns causing havoc, killing these people and stuff like that in this area, where he's all like, I want to talk a bit more about the Greek stuff. I don't want to talk about this bad shit. Kind of like The Exorcist, where they kind of want to hide it a little bit. Like, this predates the church and all this other shit. Yeah, stuff like this predates it. There's a scene where, you know, it's supposed to take place in these ancient times. You can see lights up in the, you know, like actual lights up there in the cavern and shit like that. You know, when you look at some of the extras and stuff for this too, I thought that was kind of funny. I like it. It's good. The ending's kind of trippy. It's Fulci, so I like that. So that's it, kind of for honorable mentions. Good release by Severin. That's Demonia. I think Arrow had a release of this as well. So it gives me an excuse to check out other nunsploitation films. But yeah, that's Demonia. This is my first. There's a scene with I know it's a doll, but with the burning of a child. You know, burning of a baby, basically. Spoiler. These demonic nuns has a child, they use it as sacrifice, blah blah blah. We've seen it before. Nunsploitation at its finest. But yeah, that's Demonia. But yeah, Fulci wanted nothing to do with this. He plays a detective in this. I thought he did a good job at this. And yeah, he's like, nope. Like, keep my name out of it. Nope. You know, I know how it works. But yeah, that's Demonia. I have not seen Enigma yet. I have that on my wish list on Amazon there, Darren. Yeah, Suspiria and Surrounded, but nowhere near as good. Right, I get it. So, like I say, there's a lot more stuff from Fulci I need to check out. I need to check out. There's another one. It was done in '85, I think, before he got sick, before he did The Devil's Honey. It was like two slashers. One takes place, I think, in an opera house. I could be wrong, but there's two in particular. I forget the names of them right now. I've looked at IMDb for his other films and stuff like that. You know, of course, they're out of print. You can't buy them physically, I believe. I may have to go on Tubi. Just type in his name, see if those films pop up, but you may know what they are. But so yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's my top 5 for right now. Of course, the Beyond, of course, is number 1, but Dirk has mentioned it. Everyone else has mentioned it. That can change. You know, House by the Cemetery is a what the fuck type of a film, but I definitely need to revisit films like that. But yeah, it's and I'm surprised that, you know, Don't Hurt Your Duckling wasn't higher and stuff like that. But like I said, I do plan on doing my top. I'll do top 5, but I might do a top 10 giallo stream and stuff like that. But I've just dived a little bit into that genre, this awesome genre. So, you know, it's very cool. And so, yeah, not too bad. An hour, 14 minutes, almost 15 minutes. So, yeah, this is what I got from Orbit real quick. It was all about this bad boy right here, Dario Argento's Opera, of course, Media Book German release. I think you might have this, Darren, but yeah, great release and stuff like that. So it's very, 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 very cool. Plalian Pictures. Yeah, that's the one ever like that. So, and it's just cool. I just got this just to get in stuff like that. I love this film, so it was very cool to get. And of course, Taxi Hunter. I Saw the Devil. That's a badass looking slip too, I have to admit. So. And then this brand new one, which some other studio will probably release this, Bug. Typical Via Vision. Not really. It's in print. Number 258. 2006, but there's a 1 up here. Is that a 1 or what is that? An I or something like that. So it is what it is. But yeah, that's all of that. That's right. Michael Shannon is in this, and Harry Connick Jr. So very interesting. So yeah, here we go. All right, all. That is it for tonight. I know it's school night and it's bedtime for everybody. Thank you all for joining. I really appreciate it. If you could. Slash the like, sleeping bag, kill the subscribe. Thank you all for joining who stopped in. Going to watch the replay. I really appreciate it. Just a quick one. And like I say, I'm back this week. Expect Giallo Wednesday, expect Fulci Friday, and expect Slasher Saturday. And, you know, just get back to the grind because I like doing this and it makes me happy. And I do appreciate it. I'm almost at 70 subscribers, which is crazy. I didn't think I would get up to that. That lucky number 69, baby. So I really appreciate that. Anyway, yeah, Niners fucking suck right now. Whatever, it is what it is. I feel the pain of everybody. Anyway, it's great you all stopping by. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all on the next one. You all take care. Have a great evening or morning. God bless you all, and I'll see you on the next one.